You know, when my producer first told me about this story, I said, no, it can't be. It would be analogous to me, let's say, going to Mexico, trying to sneak in there, become a citizen, and then suing the government, wherever they were holding me in the meantime, you know, for not having Chateaubriand or let's say, Fox News. That alone would seal it, right? Well, I'm telling you, the same thing has kind of happened. 5 illegal families that got here, the moms all collectively suing the United States government because the care they said that they didn't get and the conditions of the facilities they said were very wanting while they were here. Now, here's the thing about the lawyer representing them saying that we will do everything in their power to hold government bureaucrats and corporate executives responsible for violating their rights. Okay, I'm going to go to 2 lawyers here, but when I heard violating their rights, they're not legal citizens of the United States. I didn't think they had rights, but then again, I could be wrong. Attorney Whitney Boan says these women have a very, very good case. Jennifer Brandt says they don't have any case. Jennifer, now you seem to be in my camp on this confusion over this because I didn't think you could sue or take any kind of legal action if you are not a legal citizen of said country. Explain.
Well, you can take legal action, but the question here, can you sue for monetary damages, is what they're looking for. They're not looking for improving the treatment. They're saying, we want $10 million because we were mistreated. And that's really the question, whether their sovereign immunity applies, because we're talking about money here. We're not just talking about improving treatment.
How they got to the 10 million figure, I'll be darned. But Whitney, I'm looking at that, and a lot of American citizens are looking at this and saying, you're not even supposed to be here. You snuck in here, whatever the case was that got you here. At least 3 of them are saying for asylum purposes, whatever. They get here, they don't find the detention center to their liking or whatever. Food's bad, conditions are bad, whatever. And they're suing. Can they do that?
Yeah. Well, here's the distinction, okay? We're not talking about them not getting Chateaubriand. We're talking about them getting inadequate health care. They're being kept for extended periods of time. And the bottom line is, Neil, if we don't want them to be here, then we need to either kick them out or we need to provide due care for them. We don't have the right to sit here and hold them indefinitely without releasing them
what happens,
and not provide them adequate medical care.
The alternative is we do try to get rid of them, to kick them out. They come back in the same said detention facility, and then they're at this again suing.
Well,
and they don't have
people
to be
are here.
Neil.
I will go to you, Jennifer. Whitney, what do you think of that?
Well, like I was saying, they're here seeking political asylum, a lot of these people. These are women and children that we are talking about. We are holding them in detention facilities for extended periods of time that they do not need to be held here. I understand your point,
where would you put them up?
Like the answer to it is
where would you put them up? At a Holiday Inn?
We send them back. Either we send them back or we take care of them. This is America, not Syria. We have standards for human rights. And where do we draw the line?
So, Jennifer, what do you think of that? We have an obligation.
Well, no. I don't think. They don't want to go back. That's the problem. They want to stay here. They want to fight for political asylum here. And they expect then that we're supposed to give them wonderful treatment here. And while they should be treated humanely, there is no doubt about that. Some of them are coming in with medical conditions that they had from their prior countries, and they want us to treat them here.
What was so onerous about the facility? I mean, was this the Hanoi Hilton? I mean, they had a bed, they had meals. What was the problem?
Here's the problem. They were not getting medical care.
All right, Whitney, what was the problem?
All right, we have examples of a woman who had a broken wrist and a broken finger and who was told to drink some water. We have examples of children who had documentation that they had already received hepatitis A vaccinations and were given them anyways at dangerous levels that was dangerous and would have caused them severe health problems and possibly death. We have children that were not treated for viruses. So to say that this is just, they want good treatment and they want to be treated well and be fed Chateaubriand is not the issue. We are talking about basic human rights. And if we're not going to do it, send them back.
They're not entitled to anything. Do you really believe that someone with a broken finger, someone who had hepatitis is not treated? Do you really honestly think that is going on? That would be quickly verifiable? And let's say they were discovered to have lied about it in the name of making a quick buck. Then what?
No, I think that you are inserting facts in this that do not exist. This is not about people making a quick buck. This is about people
living extended
periods of time without proper treatment.
You were arguing just glossing over the fact they're suing for $10 million. $10 million for what?
Yes, of course they are. Because some of these people have suffered psychological damage because they've been held for periods as long as 6 months. And if we don't want them here and we don't want to care for them, send them home.
Jennifer, what do you think of that?
Send them home or let them stay.
I think that, as I said, they don't want to go home, and I think that they are getting adequate medical treatment, and they're leaving their countries because they've been beaten, downtrodden, have no medical treatment. They're getting treatment here. They're getting fed and housed and
But Jennifer,
clothed
she
and
does
kept
have
here
a, no,
in
she has a
sanitary
very good
conditions.
point. She has a very good point here that when, and I hear this from Border Patrol officials, we make an effort to ship them back, get them out of here. That's the case. They said, well, good luck doing that. We can't even deport them. They're back soon enough as it is, and this problem
If we're
keeps
not going to
on.
build a wall that's high enough,
obviously they want to be here and they want to come into this country, and they need to we need to determine whether they should be here or not. And this is the process that they're going through. So they are.
Some of these people have
kept
passed
in
their
good
credible
condition.
fear
It's
interviews.
questionable, and certainly, Whitney, $10 million is not going to cure this problem. If they say that the conditions
All right,
are bad,
well, all I
improve
know,
the conditions.
if it isn't these detention facilities, it must be another facility. Now the government is looking at getting rid of these detention facilities, which is a green light for others to come here because we're not shipping them back, to your point.
That's the concern.
So
Right.
now we just have a green light for everyone to come here, whether it's
I
seeking
disagree with
asylum or
that.
well, come on, you can see it happening already.
Well, and if
No,
you pay them
no.
off, there's a likelihood that even more will come to get a collect a quick buck.
No, it's
for
a
something
deterrent
like
to the
this. And I think
government to
that's a
stop them
problem.
from
That's a
treating
concern.
people
Well,
inhumanely.
all I know is we seem to be winning for losing and losing for winning, and the illegals keep coming, and now emboldened by the fact that they could sue if they're not treated well when they're here. I don't know. It is a strange world, but you're the lawyers. I'm just someone reading it and saying, what the heck? All right, well, Donald Trump...